Hey folks, Alan Langley here, your bug man right here in western North Carolina, and we're here today to talk about pavement ants. You can see that I've got a few laying here on my hands, and so gosh, let's get into it and tell you a little bit about them. You know guys, what you need to look at is this right here is a pavement ant. Now these ants here, you know, some people called them piss ants before, some of them call them pavement ants. You see them crawling all over my hands here. Obviously if that was our dreaded fire ants, I would not be stupid enough to do this, hopefully. But you can see right here, this is eggs and stuff that the ants are moving and protecting because I'm messing up their forage areas. These ants are one of the most common ants we have in North Carolina, and these are also called sugar ants. And why that is because you will see these on your kitchen counter all the time coming in. You'll first see one or two foraging for food, and once they find that, they leave a pheromone trail back to the ants in order for them to be able to find the food more readily. Now you can see by looking here that we have a pretty good infestation here, and let's talk a little bit about ants to see, you know, a little bit about what happens and why ants act like they do. You just heard me talk about, you see these ants in the kitchen coming to get some sugar or some food and carrying it back to the nest. Well, that's truly how ants work. If you'll remember back in your days when you were a lot younger and you had you watch cartoons on Saturday morning, you watch these people go to their picnic and you watch the ants come and get all their food and take it back to the nest. Well, that's truly how an ant works. Ants, adult ants, all of these ants that you're seeing, although they're small, they're adults, they're full grown, have no chewing mouth parts, and so they have a silt screen in their mouth, and that prevents them from eating any solid foods. And so what they have to do is carry solid foods back, and the only ones in the colony that eat are the larvae. So the larvae chew up their food, the solid foods, and once they chew it up, they regurgitate and they feed all the adults in the colony. So you know, you've talked to individuals about using baits and things like that. Well, the reason that works so efficiently is a bait is nothing more than a pesticide that's very slow acting. Because think about it, if the ant ate the baits and they were strong and it killed them immediately, guess what? They wouldn't make it back to the colony in order to feed the larvae. Now the reason you want it to feed the larvae is because it's going to regurgitate and feed 100 ants. So therefore you have more of a kill. You have 10 times the number killed instead of just that one or two. And so, you know, I tell this to my customers and also to potential customers: when you see those ants, if there's bait out, try to resist that urge to squish them all today, because that's what you want to do. You want that ant to get back to the colony and do that. Now this, you can see a whole lot more here. Let me just bring some more footage up. Now you can really see them getting on my hands. Again, this is just a pavement ant. That right there is all of the eggs, and so that's what they're trying to protect, because obviously that's the future of the colony. And so this is a pretty bad infestation, a lot worse than I thought it was. And like I said, they're not concerned with biting me or anything else. They're just concerned. You see them all carrying the eggs to safety, trying to get them to safety. Remember, with these ants, they're not a structural problem. They're not going to eat your house down like carpenter ants might or termites might, but these are just more of a nuisance. They come in, the only problem that they cause is they might ruin your food by getting in a box of cereal. Give you a little extra protein and you may enjoy that, but most people don't like ants with their food. And so, you know, this is one of those creatures that's kind of hard to eliminate, but we certainly can help you if you need us.